Welcome to another episode of Pit Lane Parley.
Welcome to another episode of Pit Lane Parlay. I am your host, Mike Jokum. Alex Palou joins me this morning. Alex, how are you?
Hello, Mike. I'm really good. Thank you for inviting me to your podcast. And yeah, I'm good here at home. Counting the days to get back to reality.
Very well said there. So in this trying times that we're all dealing with right now, you are competing tomorrow in your second IndyCar Challenge iRacing event. What was the first one like? And are you experienced in any of the sim racing prior to this past couple weeks?
I did some iRacing stuff before, but just like, I don't know, 50 races maximum, and just to have fun. Nothing like crazy preparing the races like I'm doing now. So I didn't have a crazy experience like some drivers had before, but I already had the simulator, so that was a good thing. And yeah, I'm prepping. The first race was kind of not too good for us. I was quite quick, which was the first target that we achieved, but then I didn't really practice a lot of pit stops, and I didn't know I had to set all the pit stop by myself. So I just went to the pit stop when I was running fourth, and nobody was there waiting for me. So I did like a drive-through. Then I tried to set everything like driving while I was driving, and I don't know why or how, but I deactivate again the tires. So I went out with all tires, high fuel. Everybody was like really quick, and I spun, I crashed. So it was really messy, but it was a really good first experience. I think that IndyCar did a really good job, like trying to give us a fixed setup for everybody, doing everything quite realistic. And all the drivers also, like, we are playing every day. When I connect, there's always some drivers doing some laps, so we're taking this seriously. Obviously it's not 100% like the real thing, but it's really close, and I have to say it's the best we can do now. So it's good for the drivers, it's good for the teams, because we can also have some spotters that they are working with us. And it's also good for the fans, I think, so they can keep an eye on us.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to watch on my computer last week, and I'm glad NBCSN is picking it up this weekend. Does iRacing give you any sort of indication to learn more about how an IndyCar operates? I know it's not 100%. You don't get that butt in the seat sort of feel, but do you get any sort of indication, and is there anything you can learn so that when you're back on the racetrack, you can go, okay, I remember kind of doing this, I should approach it that way, sort of thing?
Not really. Like, to be honest, like driving wise, it's not the same, or you cannot extract so many things, because the steering wheel is different, the pedals are different, the seat is different, the visibility is different. So you don't have so many tools, and things that you get from the steering is not the same. Like here, we only get the feeling from the steering, while on the real car, I think we get all the car balance and all the sensations from the body, instead of the steering wheel. Also the steering wheel, but it's not the main thing. But it's good for learning the tracks. I use it all the time to learn all the tracks, because that helps a lot. And it's also good for practicing races. I have to say I get really nervous doing qualifying here, because you have only 2 laps. You cannot go one wheel after the line, because otherwise you get the lap cancel. Everybody's like really quick, and I cannot, how you say, I cannot control so much as I control the real car. I know with a real car normally it's difficult to spin, and if I have to spin I'll catch it up, and here it's not so difficult to spin, and I cannot predict this so much. So I have to say it's good to practice the races, the qualifyings, because I get really nervous.
I definitely understand from my very, very limited iRacing experience how nerve-wracking the qualifying can be. So taking a step back, last year you were, I believe, the rookie of the year in Super Formula in Japan, and you almost won the championship until the last race of the year. What was Super Formula like, and how do you think it helped you prepare for this year in IndyCar?
Yeah, we were really, really close. It was a really good year. It was, as you said, my rookie year, and we finished P3 in the championship and first in the rookies. But the problem I got, it's a really small championship. It's only 7 races. So once I got up to speed in a new car and new category for me, the championship was almost over. So it was tough, but it was fun. It was fun because the car is really quick. It's really similar to IndyCar. It's quicker in some parts of the track, and it's slower in some others, but it's quite similar. And the things I learned from Super Formula that I can put on the track in IndyCar, it's especially the races, because the races, they were really long, and we had also 2 compounds of tires, soft and medium, and also we got refueling. That is the thing that I guess you only get in Super Formula and IndyCar. So it was good to do some fuel saving. It was good to do some pit stops with refueling, and yeah, I think it's the category that can prepare you the most for IndyCar.
Awesome. Yeah, I think Super Formula is one of the cooler series that a lot of people don't get to watch because of the time difference here in the States. But I'm curious, the Super Formula car had the general FIA halo. You've tested the IndyCar aeroscreen a handful of times now. Do you see a big difference between the two now that you have a little bit of experience, or is it pretty similar once you get used to the car?
To be honest, first time I tested the aeroscreen was in Kota, the official test. And I have to say, I had so many things to learn from the car that on the first one, I didn't notice the aeroscreen. Like for me, it was just a halo. And then the engineer, Eric, when I stopped, he asked me, "Oh, Alex, how's the aeroscreen?" And I was like, "Oh my God, there's aeroscreen, man. I didn't realize." So that gives you an indication of how good is it, because you just feel like if you have a halo, which is good. I think all the concerns from the drivers and the teams before the test was the visibility, and the visibility is really good. So yeah, I think it's really good stuff. I think if it can save one more life, it will be worth it. And I think it's good that they made a step in front of some other categories. Like now, it's the only series that runs aeroscreen, and I think in 2 or 3 years we'll see much more series that are running this type of security level.
I agree there. I think it's really cool how quick it came together. Props to Jay Fry and Mark Miles and everybody on the engineering side that put that together. So you're going into your rookie IndyCar season. What kind of expectations are you setting for yourself? And in your eyes, what would a strong rookie season be for you?
Expectations, not really expectations. Like I have 0 expectations, to be honest, because I don't know the car, I don't know the championship, and I don't know the tracks. So 0 expectations. But we have some targets to achieve. I think a strong rookie year would be, first of all, to fight for the rookie championship. I think it's really important. We saw how close is it. Like last year, it was really close between 4 drivers, and I think this year is going to be as close or even closer. And we've got to go for that And then I think we have a strong car enough to fight for always be fighting for top 8, top 6. I think that's the target, to be always to be in the mix and on the fight. And then, as we saw in the last 3 years, the Coyne car is able to win at least 1 or 2 races a year or fight for podium. So I think it will take time. It will take a lot of effort. It will be really difficult, but if everything comes together, I think we'll be able to score a really good result, to be able to show everybody that we want to be here in IndyCar for a lot of time.
Awesome, man. Looking at the current IndyCar schedule, outside of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, is there one track that you're most looking forward to driving at?
I have to say I was really looking forward to drive Kota because it was the only track I knew. That's taken away. Then I was looking forward to Barber because it's a kind of track that I can know that it's easy, and I know that Coyne had a really good car last year. It's also off. So to be honest, I don't really care a lot. I'm looking forward to every race. I think every event is unique. Obviously 500, it's like the most unique in the history of motorsport, but all the races, I think they have something. Like if we go to Detroit, it would be good to start there because I would have 2 races, so it would be a long weekend to learn, to get more laps, to get more comfortable, so I could take it a bit easier on race 1 and then be ready for race 2. But if we then go straight to an oval, it wouldn't be the best thing for me, but it would be okay. So I'll get ready for whatever we have to do.
I like it. So I'm going to switch gears to a non-racing question here before I wrap it up with a racing question or two. We've seen fellow rookie Oliver Askew is a very accomplished guitar player, and he's posted a bunch of YouTube videos out there. Is there a secret Alex Palou hidden talent that not a lot of people know about?
There's no secret talent about me, man. I wish I could play guitar or do something cool, but I'm just a boring guy that just thinks about racing, and I just know how to race. That's it. And sometimes I don't even know how to race, but yeah, I don't know how to play other sports. Like if you give me soccer, if you want me to play soccer, I would be really bad. If you want me to play tennis, maybe I can do some, but no, I'm not really good.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be good at either of those either. And I definitely cannot play guitar. I've tried multiple times to teach myself, and it has ended poorly every time.
I didn't even try because I already know what I'm capable of and what I'm not capable, and that's already like 2 levels above my level. So no.
So your teammate Santino Ferrucci last year blew expectations out of the water for what people thought of him going into the year. And he did fight for that Rookie of the Year championship, like you mentioned. Has he been a strong mentor so far? Have you been able to learn some stuff from him in the very probably limited interactions that you've had with him?
Yeah, he did an amazing job last year, especially on ovals. He was really good. I have to say that if you watch the races, I watched the oval races many times because I have to learn as much as possible because before I get to the first oval race. But he was on it from the first practice, and during the races he was really good. During Kota, I could not really talk a lot with him because we only had like 1 really long day of testing and it was really busy. So we did not learn anything from each other, I would say. But I did learn something during my rookie evaluation in Texas in the oval. He was there helping me, helping the team, and he made my life a bit easier, telling me what to expect from the first one, what to expect with the first new tires, what to expect with some changes. So yeah, he did a good job helping me out, and I think we're gonna have a good first year together. I think he can teach me a lot of things in ovals and also in street and road courses. So I need to learn as quick as possible.
Yeah, I love it. He's one of our favorite interviews that we've had, and always like to chat with him. So I'll wrap it up with one last question here, and it's something you just touched on. The Texas Oval Test was your first super speedway experience. What was that like? And are you excited for the super speedway races once the season gets underway here?
Man, that was crazy. That was one of the craziest days I ever had. Yeah, uh, I in 2019, so last year, I went to the Texas race. That was way before my first IndyCar test. But Roger, the guy that is gonna be my spotter, he told me, okay, if you really want to go to IndyCar, you have to watch the Texas race, because if you are not scared about that race, then you can go IndyCar. If you're scared, then don't even try it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went there. I was blown away by the speed of the cars. It was my first oval experience. So I was like, oh my God, goes really quick and these guys are crazy. But then when I went on track the first time, I was like, oh man, this is way faster than I saw when I was a spectator. Like, it feels 3 times faster when you drive it than when you watch it. But yeah, the first one, I was a bit scared, to be honest. I was alone there. Well, I was with Roger and Santino and all the team, but I mean, my dad was not there. He normally there with me. And so I could not tell anybody that I was a bit scared. I could tell the team, but it was only the second day with the team. So I had to be like a big boy, you know? um, so yeah, I was a bit worried. But then once I saw that the car felt really good, once everybody told me what to expect, what not to expect, then I was a bit more calm. And once I got 2 or 3 runs, I was like blown away by the speed, and it was really impressive to drive. I really enjoyed it. I think it's really nice to do a test, but it's gonna be much nicer to do a race on an oval track with much more drivers on it.
I agree. Texas is one of my favorite super speedways outside of Indianapolis, that is. So, Alex, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate the time this morning. Best of luck in tomorrow's iRacing event, and best of luck in your rookie season when we're able to get started. Look forward to seeing you out at the track, and hope you have a good rest of your weekend, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll try to do my best in tomorrow race and the season once we start. And I wish everybody stay safe and stay home with their families, and hope to see everybody on track soon. So yeah, thank you.
I agree with that. Have a good one, man. Thanks a lot.